Hello guys, welcome to another Destiny 2 video. Now today I want to talk about the faction rally which has gone live from yesterday. I'm a bit late with this and I do apologise, but you know, real life gets in the way and kind of ruins stuff all the time. But anyway, so what is the faction rally? Well, it's the old factions from Destiny 1 returning. So you've got Dead Orbit, New Monarchy and Future War Cult. And through this you'll be able to earn weapons, armour, rewards and shaders and stuff like that for each particular one of these that they're being tailored to. Now the system to earn these rewards is the exact same as all the other rewards where it's based on tokens. So you collect tokens by doing certain activities and events and you'll go back to this vendor and hand them in, and after you've handed so many in you'll then level up that particular faction and then you'll get some reward legendary engram. One thing I like to point out, and that's the requirement, you need to be level 20 and have gained access to the tower to be able to then pledge allegiance to these factions, because if you can't get to the tower, then you won't be able to pledge allegiance to them. So it's just something to keep in mind. You'll have to go through the entire campaign and complete it before you can actually do this particular faction rally. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that this faction rally only lasts 1 week, so do keep that in mind if you decide to go, oh, I'm not going to bother with it, I'll do it next week. It only lasts for the 1 week, and then what I'm assuming is going to happen is you'll reset, and then you'll have to wait till the following month for the faction rally to come back again to do even more, to earn more rewards and items and stuff like that. One of the questions that people will be asking is, well, how do I actually go about pledging allegiance to a certain faction? Well, once you've completed the campaign and met the requirements, you'll then be able to go to the tower, and what you'll have is a new milestone which says meet all the faction, basically says faction rally event unlocked, and it'll tell you to go around and meet all the factions. So you'll meet Dead Orbit, you'll go to Future War Cult, then you go to New Monarchy. Once you've done that, then you'll be able to pledge allegiance. I don't know why they've done that, and hopefully it's not going to be the same thing every time it resets, where you're going to have to then talk to each one before you can pledge allegiance. I guess it's so you know where they all are. Although saying that, if you go on to the map, you can actually highlight and see where they are anyway. So Future War Cult and Dead Orbit are in the hangar, and then you've got New Monarchy, which is over by Hawthorne on the other far side of the tower. Then once you've pledged allegiance to which particular faction you decide, you will then be given another milestone which basically gives you daily tasks to do. So by the looks of it, the daily milestones will change. So today is going to be, you've got to do 3 strikes, and then it'll then change tomorrow, and you'll basically earn like a reputation bundle similar to what you do for Hawthorne and Zavala and stuff like that, which is a bit random, and then you'll be able to hand these in and collect extra ones. There's also, once you complete strikes and do certain tasks as well, you'll get extra stuff, so it does kind of add up, and you do get quite a lot very, very quickly, which is kind of nice. Now, you may ask, what's the point of doing all this? Well, basically what ends up happening is it's a race to see who can get the most support and allegiance and who can get the most tokens being given back to them. So it's basically a race between all 3 factions. Now, at the end of the week, whichever faction wins will get one of particular 3 weapons, one from each of the factions available to be able to purchase. So if Dead Orbit wins, for instance, you get the Dead Orbit Scout Rifle. If Future War Cult wins, then you get their Pulse Rifle. And if New Monarchy wins, you again get their Sidearm. And the biggest difference in there, which I've noticed, is that the price is going to be different. So if you've pledged allegiance to Dead Orb and it wins, not only do you get access to that Scout Rifle being able to be purchased, but you are able to purchase it at a lot lower rate. So instead of having to pay for it at 50,000 Glimmer, you can pay 1,000. Everyone else can get the weapon, but they just have to pay the higher price. One thing to note though, which I'm not sure if everyone else has seen, is that what you can do is pledge allegiance to each faction with each character. So for me, instance, I've got my Hunter as Dead Orbit, I've got my Titan as Future War Cult, and I've got my Warlock as New Monarchy. So even if my faction doesn't win, I can just log on to one of the particular characters and then get it at a lower price anyway. I think the main push is that what particular weapons you want to win. And for me, personally, I said I want Dead Orbit because I want the Scout Rifle. But say, for instance, you want Future War Cult Pulse Rifle, you'd probably put more effort into getting that so your faction can win, so then you get access to that, because it's only whichever faction wins which weapon becomes available to purchase. You don't be able to purchase all 3, it's just the only one, just to clarify that some more. If you want any more information on the faction rally, which goes into more detail on it, then what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description below, which basically directs you to this week's Bungie blog post on their website. And it goes into a lot more detail. Just keep in mind that there is some spoilers for anyone who hasn't completed the campaign yet, but then saying that you won't want to be reading this blog post because it talks about stuff that you can't have access to until you complete the campaign anyway. And yeah, that's where I've got all the pictures from and stuff like that I've been putting in the video. So if you want to give it a read and have a little more look, then that is fantastic. that pretty much wraps it up. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to tell me what kind of faction you're going to be supporting or who you're going to push for or what weapon you're excited to be able to get your hands on, then leave in the comments below. Click the like button if you enjoyed the episode. And if you really think I deserved it, then subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on to keep up to date on all the episodes we're doing in the future. And also check out my previous episode that I've done in the past. And until next time,